Bill in Connecticut. Quickly, you're on the air with Dr. Pieczenik. Thank you.
Yes. Wow. What a show, Alex. Dr. Pieczenik.
Yes, sir.
From two sources, from a gentleman by the name of John Perkins, who wrote a book, Confessions of an Economic Assassin, and Lindsey Williams, both were on the Alex Jones show, had indicated that back in the early 70s, Kissinger went over to the Saudis and made a deal whereby we would buy their oil if they bought our debt. And with the interest on that debt, we would build their infrastructure and their oil refineries. Flash forward to the present. Now we're in a position whereby supposedly the elites want to implode and devalue the dollar in order to bring either a one world currency or the Amero, starting with that. And I'd like your take on that. And then the follow-up question is, on the banks, what can we do to prosecute these criminals and bring them?
All right, we're almost out of time. Great question.
Well, the banks is the most important one. That has to be demanded that the criminals be prosecuted. There's no question about it. And then you can withdraw money from the banks. They're the major ones. Bank of America, Citibank, you've got J.P. Morgan. The issue of Kissinger, I don't approve of him. I didn't work directly for him. I worked for Eagleburger, but you're correct in what he said. In terms of the money, I go back to the Bretton Woods Conference in the late 40s, right after the war, where all the currencies were denominated in the dollar. It will be very, very hard. It costs trillions of dollars to break that currency and to create other currency. The yuan will not be possible. The Russians tried it. The Arabs tried it. It's not going to work. Everything's denominated in the dollar. No matter how you look at it, as long as the dollar is there, it will be controlled by the Federal Reserve. It will be a currency to remain there for several years. The reason the dollar is going down now, quite frankly, is really because we're in an economic war, which is an effective war against right now China, because we want to export our products, and we're doing quite well at that. But the real reason is it's very hard to get a one state or one currency element other than the dollar. It's just very difficult.
All right, final caller. This is amazing. Trevor in Nevada, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi, yeah. I just had a question. Well, first of all, good show, great show. I just had a question. If they're not producing a body, then is that going to expand into like the courts now that they don't have to produce any body or anything to convict anybody or any DNA evidence?
I really don't know that. I mean, when you have a lie and you distort the lie and you make it into a circus, I don't know who's attending the circus and who's going to prosecute it. But honestly, with all due respect, this is such a travesty of reality that I don't even know how they're going to do anything and why they should do it.
Well, Dr. Pieczenik, and then we'll get another question from Trevor. Hold on a second, Trevor, because I want to get this in now before I forget. Sure. How about every news channel? This proves torture is good. Torture is wonderful. This proves extrajudicial killing is good. This proves rendition is good. This proves it. I mean, it's like saying it proves the moon is made out of cheese. It's just sick.
It's sick. And first of all, rendition created by Clinton was a disaster, and it was unconstitutional. Torture does not work. If you have to do torture, it's disgusting. It's unethical. It really doesn't work. I've never had to use it, and I've had more than enough terrorists reveal what I needed to have without any torture. Thirdly, this is beyond the pale. Again, you have distortion, denial, deception, and the denigration of the American public and its intelligence. It can't continue.
All right, Trevor, your final point, and then we're going to end it.
The final point is we've had enough. Let's ask for a new way of government, a new government,
sure,
and new people to run it.
Trevor, you had one more point.
American people.
Yeah, I was just going to say, when I first heard it, it was a mass hysteria, and I told my girlfriend the exact same thing. This is just going to justify war and torture and more torture. And I'm already seeing it on Twitter and Facebook with people saying, if it wasn't for information from Guantanamo Bay, none of this would have happened, or rah, rah, rah. I don't know, but that's all I have to say. Thank you for the opportunity.
The information Guantanamo wasn't effective. A lot of them shouldn't be there. A lot of them were not even criminals. The whole thing is a farce. This war against terrorism is a total farce because it starts with a farce of 9/11. It starts with a body that never existed, Osama Bin Laden. So you have one endless deception. So let's get back to the real issue. We need new people, new America which stands up for itself, and a new government without any of this nonsense.
That's right.
And denial. We've had enough.
The system's trying to give us their collective insanity so we can live in la la land with them. It's time to break the spell, break the trance. Dr. Pieczenik, I'll say bye to you here at the end off air.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. God bless you. steve-pieczenik.com. Amazing. Folks, get this interview out to everybody. We go into retransmission right now. Great job, crew. See you back tomorrow, 11 a.m.